Hi everybody, what's up? Today we're going to talk about the fastly changing retail landscape. I get asked numerous questions every week by small business owners and startups wondering, should they have an online presence? And the answer is simpler than people think. The answer is yes. What people often do today is a comparison between a brick and mortar presence and an online presence. And today you will see that actually probably approximately 10% of all sales globally are done online. And of that, Amazon captures approximately 4%. Those percentages change on a quarterly basis, but that gives you an idea. That leaves a huge untapped market of 90% of sales are still done offline. But what people don't realize is that in the future, there's not going to be a brick and mortar option and an online option. There's only going to be one option. You're either going to be online or you're going to have a brick and mortar presence with a fully online enabled customer service function that has augmented reality and other features embedded within it. And that's why companies that encapsulate the hub part of the hub and spoke model are going to be so powerful in the future. And some of the prominent players in that hub model are Shopify, Wix, you have WordPress sites, you also have Kajabi, other sites like that. And why they're so powerful is they allow the brands to actually own the domain and own where their store and their functions are housed. And what you do is you house your brand on the hub and you sell the spokes. And because in the future, all stores are going to have some form of online presence, what that's going to allow some of those bigger companies like Shopify that are gaining market dominance in that hub position to be very powerful players in the marketplace. And as you can see, where Amazon today captures about 4% of the total retail sales market, there's still 90% of that market untapped. And that's why people like the Citron, Andrew Lift, and those that are really heavy on Shopify and saying, shorting it, saying it's going to go down, I believe are missing the boat in the long term, because those companies like Shopify that occupy and dominate that hub spot are very well positioned in the future to be a very dominant player. And although it's too early to tell, there's such a prominent play there that Shopify within 7 to 10 years could actually be bigger than Amazon, just to the sheer amount of transactions that will go through their platform and the fact that they get a percentage of every sale, plus they are starting to make massive amounts of revenue on the additional apps that they service as well. So what I want you to do is look at that Shopify platform and remember that there's not going to be an option between online and offline. The only option you're going to have is an online presence that may have a brick and mortar component to it. So it's Duncan Gillis from Maritime Vintage and Maritime Adaptive Media saying good night, stay safe, and watch out for those Cape Breton mountain chickens.